Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
There's no doubt that this is a humanitarian crisis. I think that as Americans, when we see kids lined up like cattle in holding pens on the border, it's hard to believe that this is anything but a humanitarian crisis that we bear deep responsibility to resolve.
This crisis is a failure of U.S. foreign policy in Central America and the lack of resolution to immigration crisis.
Our members are overwhelmingly impacted by the crisis that's happening at the border. These kids are not fleeing bad circumstances in Central America to come to anybody. They're coming to parents, typically, who are already here in the United States. Those parents are our members. And so each time one of these cases hit, it's a crisis for all of our organization. We think that there has to be both a foreign policy side and a domestic policy side. And indeed, on the foreign policy front, we have really adopted the Jesuit Resource Center's recommendations that really look at long-term economic development issues in Central America, the ways that bad U.S. foreign policy has really destabilized the criminal situation certainly there. I mean, Central America is suffering a gang problem that we deported from the United States in the 80s. We believe that the president has responded very badly, very inhumanely to this crisis. These are children that are fleeing horrible circumstances in their countries, and they should be treated like victims. Instead, he's treating them like criminals and trying to figure out how to get rid of them as quickly as possible, and we think that's absurd. And there are many, many options under his control to expand more humanitarian treatment to them. So the Catholic Church is deeply, deeply engaged in the lobbying efforts and in the political side. In addition to that, Catholic social services programs across the country are providing some of the most fundamental, highest quality programming on a one-on-one basis to families and to children in these circumstances. It's true that this is divisive. I think that, in the last 10 to 15 years, many faith communities have done the hard work of reminding people about their faith traditions and how they have to see this in the context of those faith traditions. And I just think that in terms of the general public, we're in a very, very different place than we were in 2004 and 2005 and 2006.
USA! USA!
Have a conversation.
Thank you, Obama! Thank you, Obama! Really?